Is being different such a trauma? Hello, and today's insight is mainly going to be about that. Now, I understand that feeling different is more traumatic when you're a child, or at least when you're an adult. You can think, cognitively think the trauma away, or at least like bypass the fact that it is a mini trauma, right? Because what is it that we have as children? What do we do? What do we naturally do? We naturally imitate the people around us and want to be like them so that we feel included in the group and that we feel like we are being supported, taken care of, and all those things by the others. It's it's a form of survival, if you will. Now, as an adult, that stays, right? But we, as adults, also know that we need to like, kind of separate from the pack just a little bit to do our thing, to have our own individual, so that we can have our own individuation, so that we can feel like we are ourselves and that we keep what we keep our mental sanity in check, right? But who said that you cannot be both at the same time? You can't have like the security of social safety while as being able to individuate, right? Have your own individuality and be your own person and like talk your like say what you mean what you say and have people accept you as you are. So the actual trauma is not being accepted by others for what you are, and so that's why we kind of shut that side of us that we think that others will not accept so that we are accepted by others. It's a form of a safety net. It's a form of a way to stay strong in the pack, right? In the group of people that you can surround yourself with and feel safe in. Now, the only issue with doing that is that when you do that, you do not let leave give yourself enough space to individuate, to become your own individual, to spread your wings and fly, to discover what you actually like, what really makes you sing, and discover what type of amazing, beautiful things that you are going to create because you like become a part of this group so much that you totally disregard who you are in order for you to be accepted by the group. Now, when I was a child, okay, I had such strong connection with myself that I completely not disregarded, but completely, well, like I didn't want anything to do with societal norms or like groupthink, or I didn't want to follow what the rest of my culture was doing because I was just like, nah, this is not me, right? So my individuation was so strong that I was like, oh hell no, I ain't doing this. Nuh-uh. Right? But the difference between individuation and being a part of the group, right? Being what trauma being accepted by the group, by others. Well, they're both traumas, right? Trauma being too independent and the trauma being too dependent. So the difference between being too independent and being too dependent is just that where are you situated in the spectrum of how comfortable you feel by being with yourself? To be quite honest with you, that's what it is. And the more comfortable you are with yourself, the more you like your own company, which means you don't mind thinking, which means that you will possibly, most likely, come up with amazing ideas and then act on them, because you're not dependent on the group to feel like you need to act a certain way. Now, don't get me wrong, some people like to be a part of the group but have very strong personal values or very strong individuation, so they are fine in a group and yet they absolutely need to do their own thing, and they're okay with that. I'm fine with the group, but I absolutely need to do my own thing, and I technically spend less time in a group than by myself, because I need time to calm myself down and decompress and all those things, and come on here and share my ideas with y'all, right? So the important thing is to know what is your, how much can you be by yourself, and to, on the other side of that, to what percentage can you let it go, right? Let others go and let them be their own people. Or are you like clinging on to people for dear life and be like, you cannot change? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. So what I want you to think about is, are you so attached to a specific way of being that you have an issue with allowing other people in? Ponder that.